Hey, good morning, everybody. Danny Shane is bathrobe, not rocking the Steve Bannon look. Thank you all for those of you who stood up for me on that. My soul sister, Denise. She's a mean soul sister, let me tell you. All right, I'm just playing, just joking. All right, so I wanted to get on and read a couple of things in the news. And you know me, it's going to go squirrely somewhere. The four things I want to read on is interest rates. Is that going to tap down inflation or create a depression, an economic depression? So many of us are already depressed. We don't need higher interest rates to depress us anymore. We're already depressed. See, squirrel. I want to talk about Pelosi. Should she go to Taiwan? Is that going to be like an international no-no and just crazy? I want to talk about the International Space Station. And then the other thing is Sig Sauer. They're a gun manufacturer. They have started selling to the public a new assault weapon. Our military already has this weapon, and Bo of the Fifth Column did a show on it, said it's a game changer as far as changing the conversation. I want to see what kind of conversation it's going to change, because a while back when we were talking about guns, they were somebody asked, are we turning into a Middle Eastern state? And I went, well, that's crazy. That's nuts. And I think about it. We got kids slinging, assault rifles, walking down the street. The Kyle Rittenhouses, and people going, yeah, that's good. No, that's bad. No. Anyway, what are we going to have? Rocket launchers next? I wonder if I'm going to get blocked for this. I might. Anyway, no, we definitely need major gun control. And I think that new SIG weapon, it goes through pretty much anything, any defenses that the police would have. Y'all remember, I don't know if when I was in LA in the 90s, I think it was, there were some guys who robbed the Bank of America bank in North Hollywood. It was crazy. For hours, they had this shoot off. And these guys walked in there with full body armor, and the cops had these little bing, 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 bing. They couldn't match up. The cops had to break into a gun store to get big guns. Oh my God, it's just crazy. That's where we're going. It's like, see, squirrel. All right. Let's look at interest rates. Interest rates. I am going to be using my Wild Unknown deck. Let's just look at it two different ways real quickly. There's nothing real quickly about me. Are the increases in interest rates going to tap down inflation? They're going to tap down inflation. Can y'all see it? There we go. Judgment. So he wants, he thinks that's the right thing to do, the Fed. I think it's going to work. It's being crossed by the Father of Wands. Here, I can drop this down here. Let's see what I'm looking at. That's my cheat sheet. No, it's my questions. Crossed by the Father of Wands. So you have the Father of Wands is that lightning bolt that you can see there is, I think that Father of Wands is somebody that is looking at the destruction of that lightning bolt and coming up with a plan. Father of Wands is a good businessman, the King of Wands, forward-looking king. He's got good ideas, passionate. So I think this is all good so far. At the base of it is the Son of Cups. Somebody coming up with an idea from an unexpected source. In the past is the Two of Cups. Again, we've got this emotional tie going on here. But I think what I'm hearing from my noodle up here is that one rose is inflation and one rose is recession. So he's trying to blend these two so that the petals don't fall off either one of them. The top of the reading, ooh, Four of Cups. It's interesting in this card, the Four of Cups, that there isn't in the Rider-Waite deck, you have the offer being presented coming out of a cloud that the person sitting next to the tree doesn't see, doesn't look at. This one, you have a rat walking on all four cups, covering them. But there is this one. There is that one that's still open. So, and along with this, the moon, so it feels like, yeah, this is really an unknown. Nobody really knows what's going on with this. The attempt is to get this under control by coming in with a new idea to blend these two, but overshadowing this whole thing is that unknown of let's raise interest rates. And then the final outcome, Daughter of Cups. Young energy, calming energy, bringing a rainbow of colors in the water from the shadow of the duck, white duck, goose, white, I don't know what it is. I should read the book, but I won't. So I think, let's just keep going real quick. Yeah, this is where we are now. Ten of Wands, the burden, right? That's internal. Did I talk about that feather? I mean, the rose, he doesn't want that to drop. There it is, dropping. So internal, external, hopes and fears. Whew, yeah, heartbreak. Three of Swords. He does not want that. That is the fear. The hope is that we don't have our fear. And the final outcome, Mother of Cups. So we just missed the King of Cups. So we got the son, we got the daughter, we have the mother, and it's putting, she's covering up the cup. So it's still an unknown with this. I'm going to keep going. However, I think he's putting a lid on inflation. I think that's what that is saying. And it's a new way of looking at finances, Son of Pentacles. And it's not a new way, but it's taking charge of money in a not going with the same economy. We're coming up with something a little bit new. Okay, so let's look at, so it looks like to me, and to recap, it's still scary with the Four of Cups. It's still a burden with the Ten of Wands. However, because we have the Judgment card, because we have the Queen of Cups, and the other positive cards, I think that it is going to tap down inflation. Now, the next question, is it going to be too much? And I'm hearing no. And you think about all the cups, and the cups are emotional. They're kind of healing cards. It's not like destruction. So I didn't get that. Let's see what we're going to get with the, is this interest rate going to cause a depression? Not depression. We're already depressed. A recession. Interest rates rising going to cause a recession, which could lead to a depression, but and, you know, maybe I've got my terms wrong. I'm not sure, but let's just see. Mother of Wands. This Queen of Wands energy in this deck, she is protecting her eggs being challenged by the Father of Swords, the King of Swords. So there is some strong energy with that King of Swords. And it feels like he knows something that maybe the Fed doesn't know. At the base of the reading is a transition in the past is the Nine of Wands. And this is the challenge going up the stairs, getting out of this inflation that is just driving us a little crazy. At the top of the reading, you know, I was just going to say something that this is not a US problem. This is a world supply problem. No thanks to Mr. Putinhead. He didn't help. And there's others too. So, I mean, it's just not him. There's a lot of things that are going on because it's a world issue. In the potential near future, the Hermit. Oh. So to me, I'm going to keep going with this as well. I'm going to kick these over as I look at my computer screen. There we go. Okay. Drop that down a little more. So this Hermit, when I pulled it, it's like, oh, we're going to have to like, you know, be protective a little bit more. I definitely see, I mean, obviously with higher interest rates, that is keeping us from borrowing a lot of things to spend on whatever we're going to spend money on. If we're going to use if we're going to borrow money, it's going to cost us more. Credit cards are going to cost us more. I'm not buying any more Lamborghinis because of that. Internally, we have the Six of Cups. This is going back to a simpler time, but this is going back to your roots. This is finding the rainbow in your roots. External, yeah. Look at all them broken glasses. So our economy is a little, it's a little broken. I'm not seeing the recession yet because this card, it's walking away from sorrow, the Eight of Cups. So I'm not seeing the Tower moment. I hope I didn't jinx it. I'm seeing a lot of tough love here, but no big Tower moment. Hopes and fears. The Magician. He's hoping for a magic deck. I mean, it's still unclear, especially from that last reading. There's a lot of, what is this the right thing? Is this not the right thing? And the final outcome, is this going to cause a recession? It ain't going to be pretty. Five of Swords. This is winning at any cost. So to me, it feels like there's going to be two camps. Some people are going to get hurt with this more than others. However, when you cut a worm in half, I don't think it kills the worm. I think now you have two worms. I think. You guys will tell me. Do one more. Daughter of Swords. So you have the King of Swords, you have the Daughter of Swords. This is a gentler, younger energy of somebody that is giving us some harsh truth. He's like, with this, it feels like it's really, really tough love with this. Mother's trying to be protective. It's being challenged by really, let's do what we need to do. And the daughter comes in under this Five of Swords energy. She comes in to clarify that, says, yeah, it's not going to be horrible. It's not going to be pretty though if you're a worm. Luckily, we're not worms. I'm just going to read on the Republican Party. It just popped in my head. Read on them. What are they thinking? I told you it was going to be squirrely, so we're going to just go with that flow. Let's read on the Republican Party. It feels like to me that they're starting to go, I'm tired. I am tired of this. In my neighborhood, there were people talking, the Republicans and Democrats were talking, and then it got to be not talking anymore because of the name calling. And now there's no talking anymore and there's no name calling. So if my neighborhood is any barometer for the country, which it's not, which it could be, but it's not, then are we just getting tired? I know we are. But are both sides getting tired of the name calling and just the fighting and the bickering? How much bickering can we take? Obviously, quite a bit. Are we coming together Is it starting to happen? It's going to take a while, but is it starting to happen? 3 cards. Okay, never mind. So we have the, what is this? The 8 of Pentacles. So there is a lot of, I'm trying to remember the 8 of Pentacles in the other deck. I think it's brain. I think it's a lot of hard work, but it's just the spider. And this spider will feel everything around that web. So are we coming together? Well, yes, we are figuring out that we are all interconnected, each one of us. And what we say will resonate through the whole web. So again, this reminds me to be the light, be the positive one. Don't continue the bickering. But then we got the Moon card. So there's still some craziness going to happen. There's still some darkness. If we're trying to be the light and not create bad vibrations on this web, then we're going to be challenged with this dark energy, with the moon, still the crazies coming out. You see these people on TV that they go, well, Trump was right. The election was stolen. We have proof. There's been no proof that I've seen. Show me. How do they keep, why are they still allowed to not show their proof? Why are they still allowed to lie? I think that's, you can't legislate that, but somebody should sue him. Alex Jones is getting sued. Finally, I think he went to trial for that Sandy Hook crazy crap. Sorry. See, squirrel. I don't even think I'm going to get through my list. Okay. Are we starting? That was the question, right? See, I do have a brain. The question was, are we starting to come together as a community and stop the bickering? Final card. Any guesses? The Fool. We are starting. We are a little duckling on a branch. We're starting. Thank you. So again, stay in the light. Stay positive. Don't fall into the negative trap. One of these polls, I think I'll do another one on how do we talk to each other? See what the cards have to say about that. For me, I'm not engaging anymore. They start off on their cray. I just go, okay, either I walk away or go grab another beer. Got to be careful with that, because then after I have too many beers, then I'm engaging in a bad way. I should switch to pot. Well, these days, maybe heroin. No, I'm kidding. I should edit that out. I don't know how to. My computer's acting up, so I can't. Whatever. Pelosi, should she go to Taiwan? Pelosi. So she is going to be going to Taiwan. China is like, don't go. No. China is, Taiwan should belong to mainland China. Pelosi's going there because I'm not really sure why, but just to show, that the US is there for Taiwan. Biden has said, yes, military, the military option is on the table if China goes excuse me, if China goes into Taiwan and tries to take it over, I mean, it's a big mess over there. People trying to take things that they say China says Taiwan's ours, but Taiwan says, no, we're our own. And things change, things shift. So I had a dollar bill once and I gave it away. It's not mine anymore. Should be. I'm gonna go get it. Okay. Squirrely today. Squirrely. Taiwan. Is Pelosi going to Taiwan? Well, I don't think she's made that decision. Let's just look real quickly. Is Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan? Should I use a pendulum? The card guy. And I'll use a pendulum. Cool. That flew out. Hanged Man. So this is a little suspension. I'm just going to pull the pendulum on this because it's because I got the Hanged Man suspension, unknown. It's also taking a look at it from a different point of view. So that's why I will use my pendulum. Okay. New one. Looky. It's pretty. All right. So let's drop it down. We're going to do this right over the Hanged Man card. Let me know, pendulum. Give me a big circle if you are ready. Is Nancy Pelosi going to go to Taiwan? That is a big yes. Will this, if you can give me a circle again when you're ready. Will this trip cause military action in the future? I say yes. Is there a way, let's go back to a circle, please. Is there a way to avoid this military action? Again, it's a yes. Will we avoid, let's go back to a circle, please. Will we avoid military action from the US? And again, it's a yes. Thank you. All right. So let's see what the cards say. 3 cards. Will Nancy Pelosi's trip increase tensions? Nancy Pelosi's trip increase undue tensions between China and US? Or cups. The Hierophant. To me, this feels like they're trying to keep a lid on their emotions, but it is sadness. This 4 of Cups is a loss in a way. It's there's a bit of sadness, but there's one thing that can help. Yeah, look at that. 8 of Wands. It's going to be, it's a little, she's creating a little lightning bolt by going. Will we be able to, will our government be able to stop, de-escalate the tensions? Will our government de-escalate the tensions that this trip may cause? Mother of Cups, yes. Daughter of Wands, yes. Son of Cups, yes. So both of these are emotional cards. There's going to be something in this cup that is revealed that what I'm looking at here is the figure 8. So I think that there will be some kind of rebirth to this. A woman is going to play an important part in it as well. And then there's going to be some news that comes out that is going to be good news. So I was watching that a PBS special on it. One woman who's an expert in China relations, she was going, I'm losing sleep over this. This is bad. This is really bad. This is crazy. Nancy shouldn't go. And this other guy was going, yeah, no, she should go. Well, he didn't talk like that. I did. And so that's why I wanted to read on it. People need to let go of what they think is theirs. I was talking to my hillbilly Republican redneck brother, the one that chews nails. He was talking about, climate change and that, well, it exists, but, we don't have the technology to fix it. EVs are more of a problem than driving cars and boats and stuff. I go, what? He goes, well, we get all our energy from coal. I go, no, we don't. Yeah, we do. Well, he's a hillbilly. Well, he's my brother, so it's not just a hillbilly. I don't want to disrespect hillbillies. But his thought process is all goofy. He thought that we get most of our energy from coal-producing plants. We don't. Natural gas. It's cleaner. It's not perfect. It's cleaner. We got to go with cleaner till we can get to perfect. What else? How long have I been recording? I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, well. International Space Station. Is this, I'm going to use my Canadian cards, International Space Station. Russia says they're pulling out of the agreement in 2024. The agreement ends in 2024. So I can't imagine that they would stay with it. Let's just do 3 cards. Is Russia going to actually, and that's a long way away, so they can certainly change their mind. Let's do it this way, if Russia decides not to continue with the International Space Station, and I think their role in this is engines to keep the space station in orbit, because there's still gravitational pull that'll bring it down. So, and I think China's got a rocket that's falling back to space again, falling back to Earth. So anyway, if Russia says, nah, we're not going to do this, is someone going to take their place? And I heard loudly, yes, it's going to be Musk. It's going to be one of those guys, Bezos, Branson. Are there any other people in the space race? Space, whatever. That flew out. So the contract is expiring. It's upside down. The balance is off. Really? Between Russia and the US, the balance is off? Canadian cards. And yeah, they're just, that can mean that it's coming into Earth's orbit, crashing and burning. I don't think they'll let that do that, but I don't know. What happens when it gets decommissioned? Do they take it apart piece by piece? Okay, what? Will somebody else step up? Because I didn't really get a clear picture. Will somebody else step up if Russia backs out of the space station? Because I think NASA wants to keep it for another 6 years. That's what I heard. So it's going to be domestic because they love space. But there's still an unknown thing coming up. We still have a surprise or two. So quick, that was easy. All right, let's look at something that is not easy. Sig Sauer has a new assault rifle that is, I don't think should be allowed on the market. They go, we are trying to manufacture as many of these as possible. We are trying to get as many of these out the door as possible to civilians. Are we getting gun legislation to stop this? Can we own like flamethrowers and tanks and civilians own those? I don't think so. I think there's some kind of rule. I mean, I have a big lighter, but I don't think that is a flamethrower. No. Sig Sauer, is this going to change the conversation for gun laws? New weapons. You know that cops have to be going, what the hell? See what that word says way up there? Lost. Lost with this. New. I think this is talking about the weapon. Something not good is going to happen, but love is going to come out of it. And we are going to be able to have home sweet home. Let me drop this down. Until we find our direction in a new way of thinking, things are going to stay dark. This strange, something weird is going to happen, something strange, something unknown that's going to bring us together, that's going to allow us to feel safe in our homes. I'm hoping I'm reading that this right. I don't like these two cards at all. Those are really scary to me. So we can change that by keeping the pressure on our elected officials to do something about it. And what can we do? I want to use, as we wrap this up, my new Oracle deck. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the attention to detail. Got some feathers on there. Yay, 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 yay. This is Morning Sky Shamanic Oracle deck. You can find them on shininghawkhealing.com. So they're beautiful, beautiful cards. Okay, so 3 cards. How do we stay in the light? Using shamanic oracle cards, with all this craziness, with all this perceived blackness around us, and I think it's perceived. We get to choose whether we're happy or sad. I choose happy most of the time. It's challenging. That's why we're here. Face the challenge. What? 3 cards. Pick a card, 1 through 3. How can we stay in the light? What's the healing energy that we need to hear? Sunrise. Each day is something new. Each day is a start that we get to create whatever we want to create if we keep our intention to create something positive. If we just go around the world and around our day without setting an intention to have peace, to have love, to be one of the light workers, then we're going to fall into that black card. Every day we get to make a new commitment to how we want to live our life. Sage. This is sage advice I'm giving you. Okay. Oh, that was silly. All right. So with sage, we get to clear away any bad thoughts that creep into us. We get to clear away the energy. We get to raise the vibration into light using some shamanic tools, sage being one of them. There's other tools that you can use as well. It's just not limited to that, but it's that energy of cleansing things that you don't want in your life, get rid of them so that you can stay in the light. Dance. The dream awake. Well, number one, just looking at this card, dance with passion, dance with red passion, with your heart. And then dance the dream awake. The dream that you want to create from this sunrise, you have to dance it, keep it alive. So things are going to creep and you go, I can't dance. I don't want to dance today. Use that sage, start the dance, and awaken that dream. Cool. Thank you, Tony. These cards are great. Love them, love them, love them. Thank you all for watching. Make it a great day. Dance your dream awake. Peace and love.